Lawyers are condemning the red tagging of Manila RTC Judge Marlo Magdoza Malagar after she dismissed the petition to declare the CPP and NPA as terrorist groups.
The Supreme Court itself warned that inciting violence against judges would be considered contempt of the High Court. Marlene Alcaide with the big story.
UP lawyers and students gathered at the UP College of Law building to denounce the attacks of Lauren Badoy, former spokesperson of the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, against Judge Marlo Magdoza Malagar. Recall that Judge Malagar of Manila RTC Branch 19 junked the government's prescription case asking to declare the Communist Party of the Philippines and its armed wing, the New People's Army, as terrorist organizations. Among the lawyers speaking up against the red tagging of Malagar is former COMELEC Commissioner Rowena Guanzon.
Ito na yata ang pinaka-attack on the independence of the judiciary and our democratic ideals. Sana po, yun ang wish ko, na ipashowcase na yan si Lauren Badoy at kung may ebidensya, i-contempt na siya. Yung contempt naman po, pwedeng 6 months ng kulong, pwedeng multa. Kaya sila namimihasa Wala silang takot. Ba't pa ang tapang-tapang mo? Baka naman umaasa ka, i-appoint ka pa ni BBM. Kaya ka ganyan ka. Abay, kung ako si BBM, di kita appoint. Bakit? Bad news ka na nga
Guanzon stressed not everyone who disagrees with the government's position are automatically communists.
Ito lahat ng ito, mga pasakalye ni Lauren Badoy, lahat yun was to create a climate of fear, to create a chilling effect on the lawyers and judges na hindi rightist kagaya nila.
Guanzon even challenged Badoy to a debate.
Dito ka makipagdebate sa akin sa UP. O kung gusto mo sa UE, sige, huwag mong tatawaging NPA, CPP, Cuddler. Kaya nagpaganda ako ngayon
Even the Supreme Court didn't take this lightly. The Supreme Court tackled motu proprio the issue and warned that inciting violence against judges could be considered contempt of the High Court. In a TV program, Badoy said she takes full cognizance of what the Supreme Court has said. She said she is happy that the issue reached the Supreme Court and that she is grateful for their guidance. But Badoy believes that she was merely taken out of context, alleging that she was misquoted by CPP propagandists over a Facebook post where she seemingly threatened the life of Judge Malagar. In a now-deleted Facebook post, Badoy accused Malagar of being a friend and defender of the CPP-NPA. She started off her post with the phrase, "So if I kill this judge." Still, Badoy tells her supporters to support the SC statement on the matter. For News 5, Marlene Alcaide, we are One News.
To discuss this further, we have with us on the show P3PWD Party List Representative and former COMELEC Commissioner Rowena Guanzon. She's joining us live via Zoom. Commissioner Guanzon, welcome to The Big Story.
Magandang gabi po. Salamat.
Magandang gabi po. Sabi nga ng Supreme Court, stern warning. Pero hanggang doon na lang po ba to? And hanggang saan po, ano pong hantungan nitong stern warning nito? Will it actually lead to charges against Badoy?
Well, the Supreme Court has motu proprio on its own already issued this warning, and that should not be taken lightly. I think there is a possibility that Lauren Badoy Pantoja will be ordered to show cause why she should be cited, why she should not be cited in contempt, because this is a very serious matter where the independence of the judiciary and the safety of the judges and their families, loved ones, is at stake also. So I don't think the Supreme Court will really take this lightly. And if Lauren Badoy thinks madided man niya ito, kunyari pa siya, thankful siya sa Supreme Court for taking recognition of this issue. Masyado. Ang arte mo! You cannot do that to the judges and threaten to kill them and call them tanga, and then now ikaw pa ang masaya sa warning ng Supreme Court? Sumusobra na ito si Lorraine Badoy Partosa.
All right, Commissioner Guanzon, let's step back and look at this from a broader perspective. Of course, a lot of judges might be heaving a big sigh of relief right now because the SC issued such a statement against inciting violence against judges, which has been happening, of course, more than we would like it to happen, right? Have you heard of many similar instances where judges have been threatened or killed? I mean, we do hear about these
There's
every day.
another judge who has been threatened. Judge, I believe it is Judge Kisumbing of Mandaluyong. I have appeared before this bright, competent, and mabait judge, no? Kisumbing. And it's not only unfair. It's really a threat. You know, I saw another Facebook comment sent by a friend. This man who agrees with Lorraine Badoy Partosa said, tanga yung mga hurado nyo eh. Imagine calling our judges stupid. The nerve of you to call them stupid when you have not even passed the bar. But Lorraine Badoy and her cohorts have created this climate of invincibility. And they're not only in social media, they're also, they're talking about it among themselves. And she's inciting them to violence. And no lawyer now or judge who will be handling these similar cases will sleep peacefully if this is going to be taken lightly and punished.
Yes, and Commissioner, yung mensahe po ng Supreme Court, loud and clear, and a lot of people really took this as a defense of the court, as a defense of the legal community in general. But as you know, this impunity you're talking about and this climate of violent rhetoric have been used not just against lawyers, not just against judges, especially over the past 6 years. It's been used against civil society, media, human rights defenders.
Yes, my friend, I agree. This is the worst. This is the worst when they can do this to judges. This is the worst when these people think that they can now threaten the independence of the judiciary and in effect interfere with the rule of law.
And that's well understood and appreciated. Pero ang tanong po ng ibang tao is, paano naman kami? What about our sectors? We have been complaining about being red tagged as well. Does the guidance of the Supreme Court give us some guidance as well on how other sectors can handle violent verbal attacks against them?
I think the warning of the Supreme Court is specific as to judges who are being red tagged and maligned, not as to other persons. But as I said, red tagging can fall under other crimes. For example, you are an NGO worker and they red tag you as a communist rebel, and as a result now people are harassing you. If you know the person who uttered these words or published them, you can sue them for libel. You have recourse under the law. But this issue is a stern warning against Badoy and those who are, and her cohorts. And why? Because, I mean, if you can threaten to kill the judges and think that it's okay, by golly, what are you, some kind of what do you think, you're living in a narco country? It's like, it's unbelievable that in a democratic country, these people can just threaten the judges and
right.
and even pretend that they didn't do anything wrong.
Right, Commissioner, which brings me to...
Kunwari pa siya ngayon na Ay, pasalamat ako sa Supreme Court at napuna rin nila. Siya ito may kasalanan eh, hindi ba? Tapos ngayon,
alright.
alam nyo, I don't want to, as you can see, this is a personal matter to me because my father retired as ITC judge. Very honest, summa cum laude, competent judge. And my sister just retired as an executive judge. I come from a family of judges and lawyers.
All right, so do you expect, Commissioner, any changes under the current administration from the climate of the previous administration where these kinds of...
Of course, I expect. The trouble is that NTF, whatever ELAC and LAC na yan, may be superfluous already. It was just created because these people wanted to create their own office because maybe they needed, to justify why they were doing all of this anti-communism choo-choo. Regali. You should have been born in the time of Senator McCarthy, not in the 21st century. You know, this task force is already superfluous. I think the President, BBM, should no longer, she should just dissolve this, especially that the country is the government is in a deficit. That's why I'm glad that Lorraine Badoy is, I read that the OP said that she is not an employee or officer there.
All right, thank you.
That to create importance eh. Alam mo to mga taong they want to create self-importance because they want to be, to be in positions of power. Luma na yan eh. Tapos na eh. Tapos na yung Duterte administration. I think the Marcos administration should learn from the errors of the past.
All right, Commissioner. On that note, we have run out of time. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us, P3PWD Congresswoman Rowena Guanzon. Thank you.